tent is torn. Can you please fix this one first, Ashe?
Absolutely.
Sorry. I should probably take care of it myself, but we'd be here until sundown if I...
No problem at all. I've had lots of practice with things like this. Happy to help however I can.
Oh. Well, thanks. Actually, I'll fetch you something to make the job less of a burden. You like sweet things, right?
Well, yes. Sorry, no, I can't ask you to do that.
Ashe, I've told you, there's no need to act like that.
I can't have someone from the royal family running errands for me. It doesn't feel right. Lenato would be furious with me, I'm sure.
If Lord Lenato says something to you, I'll write him a letter of protest. I really don't mind, so you needn't worry about that. And while I'm being candid, I'd prefer it if you didn't speak so formally to me.
I know, but to commoners like me, you're royalty. Regular folks normally only lay eyes on someone like you once or twice in their whole lives.
I understand, I really do. When I ascend the throne, perhaps I should do a tour of each city.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
I'm at a loss. I wish to make things better, but I seem to only upset you more and more. That is certainly not my intention. Perhaps I should leave you be and take care of our shopping.
Please, I promise I'll go myself just as soon as I finish with the tent.
Ashe, enough! Okay. I have a question. Answer me this. I don't normally eat sweets. So what would you recommend?
Oh, well, if price isn't a concern for you, then you should go for the sugar candies. The ones they make in town are really delightful. Oh, Your Highness, please, you mustn't.
Got it. Sugar candies it is. I'll go and fetch some.
Your Highness, please come back. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure these repairs get done. Your Highness, sorry, I mean Dimitri. Would you, do you want to train together today?
Ashe, of course, I'm glad you asked. After classes conclude for the day, meet me at the training ground. I'll be waiting. And afterward, let's plan on dinner. We'll certainly have worked up an appetite.
Oh, yes, I suppose, sure, it would be my pleasure to dine with you.
Ashe.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm just no good at this. I'll do my best to improve.
Are you still worrying over what I said to you before?
I'm trying to do as you asked, but it's just completely against my nature.
Trust me, I understand the urge to show respect where it is due. However, that is not the case here. Yes, I was brought up in a different family and raised in a different way, but otherwise, you and I are the same.
That all makes sense, Your Highness. But I just can't bring myself to speak to you in such a casual way. Sure, when you get right down to it, royalty like you and common folk like me, we're all just people. But the common folk still rely on the nobility to keep the peace and to keep them safe. Commoners pay the price for that in taxes and respect. That's what Lenato says.
I suppose I can understand that point of view. But the flaw in your logic is that I am not king just yet.
But that's not all there is to it. I also respect you as a person. You carry the weight of the whole kingdom on your shoulders. You're a faultless warrior, and you're always so kind to your allies, even me.
On all accounts, I can say the same of you. But you also have a strong heart. I can't say that about myself. No matter the circumstance, you are never drawn toward darkness. That mindset of yours has done me well on countless occasions.
Well, I do my best. So I guess mutual respect between us is what's really the most appropriate.
Precisely. Which means there's never any need to be nervous or uncomfortable around one another. It seems we may have circled back to where we started with this conversation, but let's at least agree that we both should learn to bend a bit. How's that sound?
All right. Let's start from the beginning then. Would you like to train with me today, Your Highness?
Of course, Ashe. Come at me with everything you've got.
Hey Ashe, what's with all the noise? Did something happen?
I only just heard myself. Looks like a thief got into the pantry and made off with some of our food supply.
Stealing from a monastery? What kind of monster would do such a thing? Come on, we gotta get that dirty thief.
Definitely. I'm sure we can capture the culprit if we work together.
Capture? What are you talking about? Why bother? This is the kind of person who would steal from a monastery. We gotta take this guy out as soon as we see him. How do you expect to get rid of the evil in this world if that's how you're gonna treat it?
What? I should be the one asking you that. The first thing we need to do once we've caught this person is hear what they have to say. They might have been forced into a life of theft by some awful circumstances.
You really don't get it, do you? If you let people get away with stuff like this, it's only gonna get worse. If we're gonna uphold justice, then we gotta stop evil. Simple as that.
I'm all for the rule of law, but indiscriminate slaughter isn't going to solve anything. You can't just execute someone on a wild assumption and call it justice.
And you can't just hide behind your fancy words. You have to take action. You know what? Forget it. There's no point in arguing this with you. We're gonna have to fight this one out. Whoever wins gets to make the plan. Got it?
What? How is fighting supposed to decide who's wrong and who's right? We're not barbarians, are we? Just take it easy and we can talk this over.
We don't have time to take it easy. The thief is getting away, and all you want to do is talk and...
Hey, did you hear? Apparently they caught the thief who stole the food. All's well that ends well, right?
Oh, come on! You hear that? You just cost me my chance.
Hey, if they've already been caught, let's just leave it at that. Did you hear, Caspar? There's been another theft in the pantry.
Come on, we can't waste time arguing about it like last time. We gotta catch the guy. There he is! Corner him, Ashe!
I've cut off his escape route. He's all yours.
Ha! You're not going anywhere, you dirty thief!
We did it! He was pretty nimble, but no match for the two of us together.
I guess, but I didn't think our thief would be so...
Yeah, I never would have guessed a cat this big could sneak into our pantry.
So, what do we do with him?
We? Weren't you the one barreling on about striking the culprit down last time?
You really think I'm gonna attack him? Why don't you try your genius plan instead? Go ahead, talk it out. Let the cat explain himself. I doubt you'll understand a word the guy says.
I guess neither of us has the right solution here. So, what are we going to do with this? Oh!
Huh?
Looks like he gave us the slip.
He sure did.
Well, after a daring escape like that, I guess there's no more we can do.
I'll teach him a lesson if we ever catch him again. I thought of a pretty good plan to show him the error of his ways.
Well, I've got an idea of my own, so I guess I'd better find him first.
Is that a challenge? Well then, may the best plan win. Go on, eat up. Oh wow, you're really going at it.
Still hungry, huh? You're a greedy little fellow.
Oh, here he comes, right on time. The food's all ready to go. Huh? Ashe, what are you doing here?
Caspar, I was just, Hey, hang on a second. Did you come here to feed the cat too?
Feed? Oh, I don't know what you're... Wait, did you say two? Is that what you're doing?
I have been for a while. I had no idea you were doing the same.
I was just worried about the guy. I didn't want someone else to find him and hurt him. I figured it would be best to watch out for him. You know me, defender of the helpless. More importantly, though, what's your excuse?
I didn't want him stealing more supplies, so I figured I'd take care of him. Guess we're not so different after all, are we?
Yeah, I guess we're not. Deep down.
Since you're here, why don't you feed this little guy what you brought him?
Oh, yeah! I've got something good.
Looks like it. Hey, where did you get that?
Get what?
It looks awfully fresh. You didn't take that from the kitchen, did you?
Is that some dried fish and vegetables? Looks like someone's leftovers.
Well, never mind how I got mine. What about yours?
I'm a defender of the helpless. You really think I'd steal some food for a cat? I got it by fighting an old guy in the dining hall. I won it fair and square.
You started a fight over that?
No! The old guy started a fight, then I took his dinner as a prize. Aw, you love this meat, don't you? And you love when I fight, don't you?
Meow, 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 meow.
Well, this cat's happy, so I'll let you off easy just this once. You're lucky he's so cute. Oh, is that Petra? Looks like she's out shopping.
Hey there, young lady. Are you looking to buy or would you rather cry? Just so you know, there's no beating my prices. Cry. Beating. Are you wanting to battle me? As in a battle of wills? Trust me, kid. You don't want to waste your life trying to beat me at... Huh? Sword or bow? Which are you fighting with? You have skill with both, I am thinking.
Petra, what are you doing? Why are you fighting? What did she say?
I was asked to be coming here and do the shopping, but then this merchant gave me her challenge.
Huh? This has to be a misunderstanding. Look, I'll help you. What were you trying to buy?
We are needing vulneraries. Many people make use of them and our stock is lowly.
Oh, got it. Just leave this to me. Come on, isn't that price a little high? Surely you can afford to go a bit lower.
Are you kidding? This is even lower than my usual bargain rate.
Really? Because the shop over by the gates is selling the same item for a little more than half that. Guess I'll have to head back there after all.
Hey, let's all take a deep breath. Here's the deal. I'll give you another 10% off. How's that?
Make it 20% and you've got a deal.
You drive a hard bargain. Fine, 20%, but you better be grateful. The shopping was successful. You have my gratitude, Ashe.
Not a problem. I'm used to this sort of thing.
Bargaining for prices in Fodlan is complicated. I am thankful for this bargain. Now the extra can be given back to our professor. I had learnings about the customs of Fodlan. I have gratitude for that too.
I wouldn't call it a custom, exactly. It's just a trick we commoners use to save money.
Efficiency with money is a wonderful culture.
I promise you, it's really nothing special.
Ashe, I need to give you more gratitude for the commoner techniques you showed me.
Commoner techniques? Oh, you mean when I haggled for you?
Yes, it has made for many savings. I was telling the professor, we both are so happy.
Really, it wasn't a big deal, but I'm glad the professor was pleased. What is it? Do I have something on my face?
For a lot of time, I was living in the imperial capital. Then I came here to the monastery. Both places contain many nobles and many chances to be learning noble customs.
That's true. When you're surrounded by new people, you naturally pick up all kinds of stuff. Though with nobles, there's a lot to learn. All the etiquette is overwhelming. Not to mention the dancing. I just keep stepping on my partner's feet.
In Fodlan, the nobles are training for dancing since their youth. They have much skill.
When I was a kid, I spent most of my time helping out at my parents' restaurant and playing with my brother and sister. Back then, I never dreamed I'd ever be studying at a proper academy with all these nobles.
I have learned many customs of the nobles, but few of the commoners. I am hoping you will teach me. Techniques, secret skills, anything. All of the things.
Secret skills? I don't think I know anything that fancy.
That is not the truth. The technique for money saving could be helpful even for nobles. It has use for all the world.
I don't know about that. Really, I don't have any special secrets.
Commoner wisdom is only to be shared with commoners, then? I have understanding. Forbidden knowledge. Ashe, how about we make a bargain? We can be trading information. In Brigid, powerful curse techniques are passed down. And we can speak with the spirits. I can be teaching you these things.
What? Curses? No. I don't need any dangerous information like that. But if you really insist, I guess I could teach you a few things about what life is like on the streets. Would that be enough?
You will be showing me the secret techniques? I cannot be waiting!
That's not what I meant. Over here, Petra.
Ashe, I do not have familiarity with this alley.
That's all right. This is the place I was talking about. It's not much to look at, but the food's incredible.
Here you are, friends. Enjoy your meal.
Looks great. Let's dig in.
Okay, I will be giving this my try. Oh, it has a delicious flavor. Ashe, what is this dish being called?
I'm not sure it has a name. They just kind of throw together whatever they've got. But that means you never eat the same dish twice. Not knowing what you'll get is part of the fun.
A dish of infinite varieties. You would not be finding such a wonder in a restaurant for nobles. A commoner technique indeed. I give you my gratitude, Ashe. I have learned a great many things about the commoner techniques.
No need to be so formal. I like showing you around. Not many people want to come to places like this.
But I am feeling that our deal has been very one-sided. Are you sure you are not needing anything in exchange? If you are not wanting any curses, I can offer other information in trade.
Hey, come on, stop that.
Stop that? What am I stopping?
Talking about payment. You don't owe me anything. We're friends, aren't we? Friends don't pay each other for the time they spend together.
You and I are friends? Are you speaking truth?
I hope so, at least. So why don't we just talk about whatever we'd like, okay?
I have understanding. I will now be speaking whatever I wish. You are my friend. There are many things I am wishing for you to know.
What is it, Petra? Something catch your eye?
Yes. The architecture of this cathedral is very grand. Fodlan craftsmanship always makes me astounded. I have been hearing that all of its adornments have meaning and are all honoring the goddess.
I heard that too. I'm not sure of the details, though. That reminds me, I've been wondering, do you worship the goddess in Brigid?
The goddess does not reside in Brigid. There are, however, many spirits there. Earth spirits, water spirits, wind spirits. Spirits dwell in all things. The ocean, for an example. The spirit of the ocean is with two faces. Its kind face is bestowing bountiful blessings, but its terrifying face is bringing disaster.
I guess it's natural for the ocean to have spiritual significance to you when you're surrounded by it. Since Brigid's made up of islands, your people must have a lot of experience with boats, too.
Yes, I have great skill at sailing. However, to be swimming is what I really love.
Swimming in the ocean? I've never had the chance. What's it like?
The ocean can feel shallow or deep, bright or dark, and it is filled with many creatures. There are always new things for discovery. On sunny days, I like to be diving under the clear surface of the ocean and to be looking up at the sky from below. Those moments are my favorite. The sun shining through the blue water. It can be making even the water sparkle like gems.
That sounds amazing. I can't even imagine it. You must really love it, though. Your description just now was very poetic. It makes my time swimming in rivers and lakes feel pretty small in comparison.
I am having an idea. When this war is over, we should be going to Brigid with each other.
Oh, well, I'd definitely like to visit. It's not the right time for me to travel, though. My duties as a knight will have to come first.
A knight? Very well. I will be establishing an order of knights for you in Brigid.
Wait, what? A whole knightly order, just like that?
I am going to become the Queen of Brigid. Ashe, you will become my guardian knight. Do not have fear. I will be making your dream come true.
I don't know, Petra. This is really ambitious.
We will be diving into the ocean with each other and be gazing up at the sky from behind the waves. I give you this promise. I hope you are understanding.
All right. That smile of yours has gotten to me. I don't think I can refuse.
At this time of year, the fish are fat. Simply grilling them will bring out their best flavor. Steaming them with herbs is delicious too.
Wow, you know a lot about this. I'm learning so much from you, Dedue. Were you a cook at the castle in Ferdiad?
No.
Did your family own an eatery of some kind?
No. My sister and I helped with cooking at home.
Wow, that's all? I thought I was confident about my skills, but next to you, I feel like an amateur. Hey, could you give me some advice about other kinds of meat besides fish?
Ashe.
Yes, Dedue?
Why do you spend time with me?
We're friends, right? I just want to get to know you better. Is that so odd?
I am from Dusker.
So, look at me. I came from a life of poverty. I was lucky to even be let in here to study with all these high-class people. I think we have a lot in common.
Being poor and being from Dusker are two different things.
Oh, I know. But we can still be friends, can't we?
You are a peculiar person.
So I'm told. You don't like to talk much, huh, Dedue?
I am not skilled in conversation.
Any particular reason?
Reason? I am only here at the monastery because this is where His Highness wishes me to be. Many here are frightened of me, disgusted by me. I grow weary of it.
That makes sense. A lot of people hate Dusker. They think all kinds of terrible things. Some of them even think you kidnap and eat people.
We sound like true monsters.
Why are you smiling? Shouldn't it make you angry?
I suppose.
If those people would just talk to you, I'm sure they'd change their minds. I'll admit that when I first got here, I found you kind of intimidating. I didn't know if it was okay to talk to you. I hesitated. But like I said before, I just wanted to get to know you. And now that I have, I'm not scared at all.
I am not very good at interesting conversation.
We can work on that. Tell me about Dusker. What was your hometown like?
Calm. More forested than Fargus. Each town had a specialty. Smithing, fishing. You would be better off reading about it in a book.
Okay, maybe you're right, but answer me one thing. You're a great cook and you learned at home. Why don't you make more Dusker-style food?
As we have established, people hate Dusker. Food by itself may be harmless, but it is better not to sow seeds of discontent.
Ah. But the cuisine of Dusker is delicious. I'd really like to try more of it.
I am pleased to hear you say so. You're quite late getting back.
The scouting mission didn't go well. I was so busy I didn't even have time to eat.
I thought that might be the case. Gilbert was exhausted too. Glad you made it. I saved some food for you.
Thanks. I'm starving. Your cooking's fantastic, as always. The spices were a nice touch. I can really taste the Dusker inspiration. You remembered that I wanted to try more Dusker cuisine, didn't you?
Yes. How is it?
Amazing. You're a much better chef than I am.
Your cooking is not bad at all.
Thanks. My father would be glad to hear it.
Is he the one who taught you?
Not exactly. I learned from watching him work the kitchen in his restaurant. And what about you? I think you said that you and your sister helped with the cooking at home.
Yes. I learned by watching my mother. Nothing remains of Dusker. The towns, the people, the culture. All of it was put to the torch. My mother and sister are gone. Yet that simple memory of them standing together in the kitchen is so clear, so real.
So in a way, you put those memories into this meal.
Yes. Through me, they are able to live on.
I like that way of thinking. The church may not like my feelings on this, but in Fodlan, when people die, they pass on to be with the goddess, right?
I suppose.
That seems so far away. I'd rather they stayed here. My parents, my brother, Lanato, maybe they can all live on through me, too.
As long as you think of them, they will.
Dedue, your cooking is delicious. It really is.
Careful, or you will oversalt it.
It's all right. Thank you, Dedue.
Eat as much as you'd like.
I must have left it in the library. Oh, is that Felix? Hey, Felix. This is a surprise. I didn't think you had much interest in books. I'm already finished with that one. You can borrow it if you'd like.
No need. I was just curious who it belonged to.
Why not read a few pages at least while you've got it open? I think you'd really like it. The plot is pretty different from a typical knight's tale, but it's still really good. Do you like stories about adventure and chivalry?
No, I despise them.
Yeah, well, have you tried reading any? You might find them really interesting. I know I do.
What do you find so interesting?
Well, for one thing, the knights in these stories are always gallant and brave. And they always value things like friendship, loyalty, and justice. That's the kind of knight I want to be.
Ridiculous. Friendship, loyalty, justice. Only fools allow their lives to be ruled by such nonsense. Fools who get themselves killed for nothing, only to be celebrated as heroes in books like this. Writers of these stories are worse than tyrants. They seize control of people's thoughts.
That's a little much. I was only interested in...
I don't care. Such blind enthusiasm is dangerous. Be more moderate in your passions.
You know something, Felix? You are exactly like the knight in this story.
Excuse me?
On the surface, he's sarcastic and intimidating, but underneath, he's kind and cares for his friends. In the end, they become heroes together and conquer all obstacles.
Disgusting. Stop looking at me like that.
Oh, see, right there. That's just what I mean. You sound exactly like him. I'm going to lend you this book, really, I insist. Just give it a read, all right? Trust me, and you can tell me what you think when you're done.
Why is this happening?
Why, Lenato? Oh, hey, Felix.
I suppose your thoughts are still with Lord Lenato.
I'm fine. I'm just frustrated by how little I was able to do. I know he was trying to protect me, but Lenato never really told me anything. In the end, I don't think I understood his feelings at all. You said it yourself. Be more moderate in your passions. To me, he always seemed like a knight out of a story. And I was so caught up in my ideals, I turned a blind eye to his sadness, his hatred, even when they were right in front of me. I guess I'm pretty far from real knighthood, huh?
Perhaps. Yet knowing someone well does not mean you know how they feel, whether family or friend. To know someone's sorrow and turn blindly from it, that is the act of a fool. But pursuing your ideals is not foolish.
But before, you said...
I said to be moderate in your passions, not to abandon your ideals. It's okay to be who you are.
Thank you. Hearing you say that means a lot.
Ah, I almost forgot. You lent me this.
Oh, the book I lent you. I'm guessing you hated it?
Actually, I already knew the story. My brother used to read it to me all the time.
Must have dug up some old feelings, then.
I suppose.
That's just what I'd expect the knight in the story to say. It's not just the way you talk either. It's who you are as a person, deep down.
Well, I think you're like the squire in the book. He's only half a knight, but he's bold and gregarious. And he always does his best. Don't stop being that half knight, okay?
You got it. I'll become the kind of knight only I can be.
Wow, Ashe, training again? You're taking this whole knight thing pretty seriously.
It's just my daily training. Maybe you could stand to be a little more eager yourself? If I want to be a great knight, I've got no choice but to put the effort in.
No choice? I think you're making life too difficult. Knights don't have to be perfect. All I'm saying is, I've seen some pretty sloppy knights out there.
That's not going to be me. I'm going to be a proud knight, virtuous and gallant.
Virtuous and gallant? Are you kidding me? If you just ride around being virtuous, people will get fed up. They'll boot you out of town.
It's never wrong to have virtue, not even if it means being made an outcast.
Interesting idea. You think very highly of this whole virtue thing. Say, have there been any knights who became great just by thinking highly of themselves? Think on this. Knights are supposed to protect people and earn their admiration. Isn't that right?
Well, yes. So what are you saying I should do?
Seize people's hearts!
What do you mean?
You want people to love you? Offer them something they haven't got. Guess what that is? It's you, Ashe. They don't have you. Get out there, buddy. Be valiant. Help people. Here, I'll show you how it works.
Sylvain, don't go bothering people.
Hey there, cutie. You seem to have lots of bags there. They must be heavy. My name's Sylvain. Let me help you out. Are these going in the warehouse?
Helping out those in need, I guess that's a good start.
No thanks necessary. It's been enough just to be able to talk to you. Well, if you insist. How about we go get some tea? It must be fate that we met like this. I'd like to get to know you.
Great night, huh? More like a great philanderer. Seems like all he wants to do is flirt with women. No, I can't allow this. I have to stop him. Hey, Sylvain. Can we talk?
What's up, Ashe? Looking for more life tips?
No. But I did want to thank you for coming to my aid in battle the other day.
That? No need to thank me for that.
No, really, I insist. If you hadn't been there, I definitely would have been finished. You really set a model for my training. I can only hope I'll be able to save someone like that someday.
Again with the studying and the training? You're so stubborn you make Ingrid and His Highness seem downright easygoing. My advice on the whole thing is to just follow your instincts. That's what I do. If someone's in trouble, I help them. You don't need to be a valiant knight to know that. Doesn't matter if the person is an ugly old man or the cutest girl you've ever seen. You help them.
So you're saying...
Everybody's the same, deep down. It's our job to help anyone who needs it.
Ah.
What? You're looking at me funny. Did I say something wrong?
No, I'm just surprised, that's all. You're actually a much better person than I thought.
Was that a compliment? I can't tell.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean any insult. I was just really impressed by what you said about helping people without even thinking. To jump in and help someone without any thought at all of reward. That is real virtue.
How did you say that with a straight face? I'd be embarrassed if I were you. Come on, Ashe. You're an honest and overall great guy. You'll be an honest and overall great knight, too. Of course, people like you need to watch out for greedy people.
Huh?
Remember when I said I didn't need any thanks? Well, I didn't say anything about not wanting a reward. There's a girl, and we had a misunderstanding about who was allowed to date who, so, I need to hang out in your room until everything calms down. Should only be a day. Or 2. Tops.
Sylvain?
Come on, Ashe. Remember, if someone's in trouble, you help them. You want to be a great knight, yeah?
Oh, fine. Since you helped me, but just this once.
All right, I knew I could count on you. You'll definitely be a great knight.
He really would be a great person if he could just stop all the scandal.
Oh no, this isn't right. Now what am I supposed to do?
What's the matter, Mercedes?
I accidentally made this food much sweeter than I wanted.
Let me taste it. Yeah, a little sweet. What if we try adding a few spices?
Huh? This is delicious! You're an amazing cook, Ashe!
My dad used to own a restaurant. I helped out a lot around the kitchen, even as a little kid.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility to take on at an early age. No wonder you always work so hard. I might learn something if I watch you cook.
Well, no promises. I just have a little bit of experience, that's all. But look at you, you're great at baking cakes.
It's true that I'm quite good at baking, but I'm not the best when it comes to seasoning. Maybe it's because I don't like spicy food? It's tough to make food taste good when you don't enjoy it. I just had an idea. If the reason I can't cook spicy food is because I don't like it, then all I have to do is eat some spicy food. If I learn to like it, then I'll be better at making it, right?
I don't know, maybe. What makes you say that?
No. None of that matters. Once I've made a decision, I have to go with it. I'll make something spicy right away.
Oh, this won't end well. If I leave her to it, she'll make an even bigger mess.
Hey, Ashe, which seasonings should I use? These ones?
Hold on, Mercedes. Let me show you. That one goes best with meat, but for stir fry, what you really want is this.
Whoa, what happened? The pan's smoking.
Mercedes, what's going on? My eyes, I can barely breathe.
Oh, Ashe, I'm so glad you're here. My cooking's not going very well at all.
What did you put in there?
I used some of this spice, that seasoning, and the herbs on the top shelf. Then I started frying it in oil.
That explains it. We use that herb for smoke bombs. Just turn the heat off and cover the pan.
Oh no, the people in the dining hall don't look so good.
Sorry, everybody. Could we clear out the dining hall for a few minutes, please? Well, some folks were a little annoyed, but at least we got the place cleared out. It's a good thing no one mistook all that smoke for an attack. That could have been a disaster.
I'm so sorry. I always mess everything up.
No, it's my fault. I should have taught you which herbs to avoid. Don't blame yourself.
I just need to figure out how to do it right for next time.
Next time? You still want to try again, even after all that?
Of course! If I didn't, that would just be a waste of everything you taught me.
I guess that's true.
If you quit every time you made a mistake, then you'd never learn anything, right?
That's a great point.
Maybe my mistake was frying the herb in oil. If I had boiled it instead, then there wouldn't be smoke. What do you think, Ashe?
Boiling, huh? Yeah, that'd be fine.
Great! I'm gonna get this right next time for sure. Excuse me, Ashe. Do you have a moment? I finally managed to finish cooking a dish, and I would love for you to have a taste.
Sounds good. I'd be happy to. Wow, Mercedes. This is delicious.
I used that herb you suggested. Boiling it gave off such a lovely aroma. I think I used the right amount of spice, too. Even I could eat it without burning my tongue. I'm a much better cook now, thanks to you. I hope you can continue teaching me.
Oh, definitely. I should thank you, too.
Thank me? Even after all the trouble I've caused you?
Seeing you persevere has made me really happy. In fact, you've reminded me of someone I cared about a lot.
Oh, someone you cared about? Romantically? This is all so sudden, Ashe. I don't...
I didn't mean it that way. I was actually thinking about my brother.
What a relief. I didn't even know you had a brother.
He was the son of Lenato, my adoptive father. I always called him my brother, though. Failure never got to him. All he'd ever do is laugh and try again. Whenever I was feeling down about a setback, he would cheer me up. He'd say something like, "Don't worry, we'll tackle it together next time." I was always happy to have him around.
He sounds like a wonderful person.
He was. And I get the same feeling from you.
I've done nothing but bother you with frivolous little things. I'm sure I could never be like your brother. But I'd like to stay by your side, if you'll have me.
What do you mean?
I want to be there to help you in times of need or to cheer you up when you're feeling down. I should be able to manage that without doing too much damage.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Thank you, Mercedes. I know I can rely on you.
Oh, Ashe, are you here to study too?
I am. It's quiet here. Easier to concentrate.
It really is. Hey, would you like to study together? We can help each other out if we get stuck.
Oh, yes. We'll get a lot more done working together.
What's the matter, Ashe?
This question's got me stumped. A ballista inside a castle is ready to fire at enemies outside. What angle should be used for the shot? Assume the ballista is the same as those in Garreg Mach. Ignore the effects of wind. This is for defensive strategy, isn't it? Why is it so complicated? Don't you just aim and fire?
It may help to focus on maximizing target accuracy to reduce your miss rate. This is important stuff. This map will be useful on the battlefield one day. To start, let's sort out the setup. Let's see, using these ballista specifications, if the ballista corals follow this trajectory, they'll hit the enemy lines, right?
Oh, that makes sense, because the enemy line will be here.
That's it! Okay, now try using that same technique and applying it to this other problem.
If the walls are this high and the enemy lines are at that distance... Oh, I think I see!
I knew you'd get it.
Wow, I didn't expect math of all things to be useful in a siege. This is tough. Numbers are not my strong suit. But this really is the sort of thing you have to know if you want to command troops.
That's true, but not everyone is good with numbers. That's why we have tacticians do these calculations for us, or prepare them before we go to battle. A century ago, the Empire's mathematicians played a huge role in the Battle of the Wall of Fodlan.
I had no idea. Hey, you really know what you're doing, Annette.
You think so?
Definitely. You've obviously done a lot of studying. I really admire that.
I suppose I have. Studying is a necessity if you want the advantage over your enemies. But necessity aside, it's nice to hear you say that. Okay, now that you know the technique, go ahead and solve this problem.
Ah, I've got it. Finally.
See? Isn't it fun to learn?
Absolutely. You're great at this, you know. You really seem to have all the answers. I wish I could study and just soak up knowledge like you. How did you get so good at this?
Well, studying was something of a necessity for me.
What do you mean?
My father was one of the king's knights. One day, he never returned home. He just left without ever saying a word to me or my mother.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Losing a father so suddenly? I completely understand.
After he left, I thought a lot about where he might have gone. My father was a devout believer, so I was certain he must have come here, to Garreg Mach.
Here? Really?
That's why I was determined to gain acceptance into the academy. I needed to come here so I could search for my father. The problem was that I needed money to get in. Lots of it. And I didn't have any at all. So I entered the School of Sorcery in Ferdiad first, hoping I could somehow find a path here. I studied tirelessly until I finally earned myself a recommendation.
Oh, wow. So for you, studying has been like a way to meet your destiny.
Destiny, huh? Well, yes, but it's a bit embarrassing when you put it like that. Now I have other reasons for wanting to keep trying hard. I want to protect all of my friends and allies here. I'm studying hard so I can be as useful as possible to everyone I hold dear.
You've worked so hard. I really respect that. I'm going to follow your example.
Oh, how unlucky that we were assigned to clean this ancient tower.
It's not a pleasant job, but someone has to do it.
With all the windows boarded up, it's so dark. And there are strange noises. Like that noise. What was that? A rat? Tell me it was a rat.
Better than a ghost.
You're not scared of ghosts, are you, Ashe? I didn't think you'd be.
You haven't seen what I've seen. Ah!
Oh no! What was that noise?
It's okay. It's just the wind blowing the door shut. Oh no, the latch is rusted. It won't budge.
What? You mean we're trapped in here?
I'm sorry. I didn't think to prop the door open.
Don't worry about that now. We need to think of a way out of here.
Well, what if we were to pry the boards off the windows?
Yes, that! We can do it in no time.
Oh, there's something on my face!
Calm down, Ashe. It's a cobweb. Just a cobweb. We've got to pull ourselves together. Now, which of the windows should we check? I can't stand it here in the pitch dark.
Oh, I've got one here. Stand back. Oh, we made it.
I wouldn't want to go through that again. For a moment there, I didn't think we'd make it out alive. No. Oh, wait. I've lost it. It's gone.
What is it?
The doll my father gave me. Oh, I must have dropped it.
In the tower? Are you going back for it?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I've been meaning to throw it out for a while now.
Are you sure? If it was a gift from your father...
Yes, but it can't be helped. Let's just get back to the monastery.
Right. Almost forgot how spooky this place is. I don't know if I can do this alone. No, I've got to. What use am I to anyone if I can't even handle an empty tower? Here goes.
The doll from my father must be in this tower. But I'm too scared to go looking for it.
Annette!
Ashe, what are you doing here?
Oh, here, I got this for you.
My doll! You went back for it? But why?
Your father gave it to you. I know you said you'd throw it away, but you can't just toss out something so important.
Ashe, thank you. I'm so happy. To be honest, I didn't have the courage to go back in there to get it myself. But thanks to you, I didn't have to. And you're afraid of ghosts, right? Were you okay in there all by yourself?
Well, not really. I tried my best not to think about it. My legs shook whenever I did.
Oh, poor Ashe. You're safe now, I promise.
Knock it off, would you? I'm okay now. But I'm glad I could help you and see a smile on your face. Look at me, though. A grown man, scared of ghosts. Pathetic, right?
No, I don't think that at all. I think you're something special, Ashe. You were really brave, and all for me. That wasn't an easy thing to do. I'm in awe of you.
Thanks. Maybe there is still hope for me as a knight.
Yes, I'll gladly attest to that. I'm sure you'll be a splendid knight. Maybe you'll even outdo my father.
Ugh, that's a frightening thought, comparing me to one of the king's best knights. But it's a happy one, too. It makes me want to work that much harder.
Hi there, Ashe. Here to do some reading as well, I take it? Ashe?
Huh, Ingrid, you gave me a start. How long have you been standing there?
Not too long. Apologies for startling you. Must be a great book for you to be so deeply engrossed in it. What has you so captivated?
Oh, it's quite an old book. One of the really old legends of Fargus.
Aha! It must be the Sword of Kaifon then, yes?
Oh, so you know it.
Oh yes, I know it quite well. I read it often as a child. In fact, I read it so much that my personal copy fell apart. I brought it everywhere with me. I adore that book. The tale of the warrior Kaifon, whose devotion and loyalty enabled his best friend Luke to become king. He went to great lengths to see things through.
Exactly. I love the image of him charging forward into the fray, ready to take on any obstacle in the name of his king.
Indeed, he was the very picture of the perfect knight. In my opinion, the best chapter is right around the middle of the book.
Ah, the part about the war of the eagle and lion? That's my favorite part. In a flash, Kaifon's sword flew from its scabbard. The knight parried the assassin's blade mere inches from the spine of his king.
Kaifon's blade hummed like the wind, slashing the enemy's throat. In mere moments, their forces lay vanquished, decimated by his mighty blows. I can recite the entirety of it if you like. I never grow weary of that tale, the pinnacle of knighthood, with all its struggles and glory.
I know just what you mean. I never get tired of it. Some people laugh at me for reading these old tales, but I'll never outgrow them. I'm glad to find someone who shares my enthusiasm.
I'm glad of it as well. Tell me, what other books do you enjoy, Ashe?
Well, the first one I ever read was Lugh and the Maiden of Wind.
You have fantastic taste. That story is another favorite. The final chapter makes me tear up every time.
I know. When I first read it, I just couldn't get that ending out of my head.
It seems we have much in common. I look forward to chatting again sometime.
I'd love to. Yes, let's. Do you know this legend, Ingrid? It's about the Battle of Fodlan's Throat.
Oh, yes. I know it like the hilt of my sword.
With so many valiant knights appearing in this story, I couldn't help but wonder which was your favorite. I really like this one, the one in the middle, the knight who stands in defense of the Duke.
Such a wonderful knight. One of my favorites as well.
That makes sense. He's so noble and virtuous. In fact, he kind of reminds me of you.
Thank you. You remind me of him as well. You are honest, as is he.
No, I'm nowhere near as great. Maybe someday. Maybe if we work hard together, we can both become knights as glorious as the one in this story.
Together, yes. Now wouldn't that be something? If only we could.
Huh?
Ashe, the legends are exactly that. Legends. They're not indicative of real life. The cards we are dealt are what they are. We can work with what we have, but we can't change what's in our hand.
What's that supposed to mean?
I long to serve His Highness as a knight. The sort of knight that legends are written about. But I was born bearing a crest, and with that comes responsibility. Whether I like it or not, I am the last hope of House Galatea. I am the only one who can carry on the family bloodline and restore our lost fortune. To do that means setting aside my own dreams and ambitions.
You still have the right to pursue your dreams.
Ashe, I must ask something of you.
Yes, of course. Anything.
My dream is aligned with your own. Please, for both of us, promise to see yours through.
That doesn't seem fair.
I'll never be able to see my dream through. Doing so would mean terrible misfortune for others. So, I am bound by honor not to follow through on my own dream. But I can help you achieve yours.
Come on, this isn't like you at all. Please, don't smile when your eyes are so sad. There you are, Ingrid.
Whoa, hi, Ashe. You seem excited. What's that you're holding?
A book I found in town. I bought it for you.
For me? Ashe, this looks very costly. Antique books like this are never cheap. Wow, the cover is stunning, and the binding is still in fantastic condition.
I drove a hard bargain. Still, I'll probably have to cut back on my spending for a while.
Why did you go to so much trouble?
It wasn't easy, but as soon as I came across this legend, I knew you had to read it too.
Well then, I will read it. Oh, the knight on the cover looks striking.
Fascinating, right? I was captivated from the moment I laid eyes on the cover.
There's an aura of stoicism intermingled with beauty, even amid a gruesome battle. Wait, looking closer at the face, this knight is a woman.
Yes, and she was a real historical figure. She was born into a noble family and bore a crest, but she was accepted into the king's service as a knight. She fought in many battles at her king's side, serving him all her life as his right hand. Oh, sorry, I've said too much. I didn't mean to spoil the story for you. I'm just so excited. I hope you enjoy it too.
Thank you for the encouragement, Ashe. Living as a knight is certainly not an easy task. I know it will mean much pain, strife, and heartache. But I still want to pursue that dream. Talking to you has reminded me. I'm not the type who gives up easily.
That's the Ingrid I know.
So to start, I'm going to read this book.
Great! When you're finished and freshly inspired, we'll talk about becoming knights. Not the ones in stories either. The real thing.
I look forward to it, Ashe.
That's odd. I'm sure I just had it a moment ago. Ghost!
Actually...
Goddess, protect me! Huh?
Ashe, does this key belong to you? I found it by the door.
Marianne! I'm so sorry. Yes, that's mine. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And my apologies for scaring you.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Kind of ridiculous, mistaking a friend for a ghost.
No, that's okay. I guess I do look like one.
No, of course you don't. It's just, in the dark, with your head down like that and with your hair covering your eyes,
Does that make me look scary?
No, please stop.
I'm sorry that I look so ghastly.
Why not just lift your head up a little?
Up? You mean like this?
Yes, that's so much better. With some light on your face, you don't look scary at all. That's great. You look completely normal now. Actually, you're pretty cute.
What did you say?
Nothing. Just keep your head up and smile. I promise you'll never be mistaken for a ghost again.
Keep my head up and smile? I'm sorry, but I don't think I can.
What? Hey, wait! Is it something I said? Oh, is that Marianne? No, sorry. It's just you turned so quickly. It gave me a start. I don't mean to interrupt your prayers, but what's with that posture? Don't you think lowering your head so much might, I don't know, offend the goddess? Maybe, spook her a little?
I'm not praying, only confessing.
Confessing? What are you confessing for?
For everything about me.
That can't possibly be necessary. There's no way you're as bad as you make it seem. I've seen how kind you are with the horses, and I've noticed you're always sensitive to everyone's tastes when you cook.
But that's...
Yeah, well, if either of us is going to confess, it should be me. I used to be a thief. I may have only stolen because I was poor and starving, but it was still wrong. I'm only even here because a kindly noble helped me. He gave me a second chance, and now I eat well every day. I'm doing all I can to make the most of it. You're a noble yourself, aren't you? The daughter of Margrave Edmund, I think. And if you're a noble, that means... Do you happen to have a crest?
A crest? I do, but it's...
I knew it. That's great, Marianne.
There's nothing great about it.
Please, don't be modest. It's an extraordinary gift. You should be proud of it. If I had one, I'd use it to make sure my brother and sister never had to live in poverty. Think about all the good you could do for the world with your power.
No, I can't. You don't understand. This crest is worthless. I'm sorry, but I must go.
No, not again. I'm not good at this. Oh, Marianne, are you confessing again today?
No, I was waiting for you.
For me?
I wanted to apologize. You kept trying to encourage me, but I just avoided you in return.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry. I only wanted to give you some advice, but I ended up running you off.
Can I tell you something, Ashe?
Of course.
You said that my crest is an extraordinary gift, but I don't agree with that at all. Don't people have more important qualities?
What do you mean?
Like, how much we help those around us. Or whether or not we can make other people smile. I'm trying to be less negative. I've also realized that I should have a dream to pursue like you do. I think people who have something to work toward are more fulfilled. Yet here I am, living an empty life without a dream.
That still sounds kind of negative to me. What does being fulfilled even mean here anyway? Are you saying that people without dreams live empty lives? I don't agree with that. When I was a kid, I was too busy worrying about my next meal to have a dream. Was my life empty then?
That's not what I mean at all. I just don't know. I don't know how to find my dream.
Hey, chin up. Maybe I can help. I'm sure we can come up with something for you in no time if we put our heads together.
You'll help me?
Absolutely. Unless, you don't want me to, of course.
No, I would appreciate that. I want to find something worth working toward. Together, with you, and with my head held high.
Excellent. Well done, Ashe. Continue such work, and you will certainly make a name for yourself.
You think so? Thank you, Gilbert. You really are amazing, you know. Your skills with the lance and bow are just incredible.
One learns the craft of knighthood well after 40 years of service.
Wow, 40 years? That's incredible. With that many years of training, I'd be really strong, wouldn't I?
Further training and service will only make you stronger. Yet why spend your life this way? Knighthood is not glamorous. On long campaigns, you sleep rough in all manner of weather, and may eat gruel more often than venison. It seems odd that you would admire me, or that you would long to be a knight. Are you sure of yourself?
But of course, it's been my dream for a long time now. I really can't help but admire you. Your years of knighthood are so impressive.
I do not deserve your praise. I merely performed my duties to the best of my skill.
Don't be modest, you're a great knight. If there's any more you can teach me, I would be very happy to learn.
Tell me this. Once you don the armor, raise your shield, and level your lance, why? What is it you wish to protect?
Protect? Well, whatever needs protecting, right?
You must know exactly what you protect before you become a knight.
I understand. I'll take that to heart. What is it that you want to protect, if I may ask?
My duty has always been to protect my lord. That is a given for any knight, but for myself, doubly so. Then there are the personal reasons. Each knight has their own, yet mine, I do not speak of.
Oh, how come?
Because it is personal. Mine. It allows me to focus on the work and grants me discipline. That is sufficient.
Discipline, huh? Something to protect. I'll have to think of something.
Is something the matter? Your heart does not seem to be in your training today.
I'm sorry. Something's been bothering me.
Idle thoughts do hinder training. Tell me what bothers you.
You were sworn to protect the royal family. But when we met 5 years ago, you weren't in the kingdom capital. You were in Garreg-Mach. What could have made a great knight like you abandon his vow?
That is difficult to explain. You are aware of the tragedy of Duscur, when the king's party was massacred 9 years ago.
I am. It affected me too. My brother was suspected of being involved in the attack, and so the church,
Forgive me. That must be a difficult memory.
Why are you apologizing? It's not your fault.
I disagree. Had I been by His Majesty's side on that day where I was sworn to be, perhaps His Majesty would not have lost his life, and all would be different.
Is that why you left Fargus?
Yes. You may laugh, but I feel I was responsible for everything.
I would never laugh at something like that. But I do think you should have seen things through to the end. Even if you had to endure dishonor for a while, you could have restored your name. I'm sorry. That was inconsiderate of me. I got carried away by how much your situation resembles my own.
You were adopted by Lord Lonato, correct? I once told you that I wish to protect one thing other than my king, and that is my family. My wife and my daughter, both of whom I left behind in the kingdom. Lord Lonato took up his sword for his son, even if that meant turning his back on the goddess. As a father, I cannot condemn Lord Lonato for raising an army. Yet, perhaps he too lost sight of what should be protected, just as I did.
I don't understand what you mean. What should Lonato have protected?
You, Ashe, because you are also his son.
You're right. I think I know what I need to protect now. It's been staring me in the face all this time. I don't know why I couldn't see it. I'm Lonato's son. His pride and his wishes are my inheritance. Those are what I should protect.
I see. Ashe, you will be an excellent knight.
It's too early to say that, but I'm willing to learn if you'll teach me.
It would be my pleasure to oversee the training of a new generation.
Hello, Catherine. I thought I might find you here.
Is there something I can do for you, Ashe?
Yes. Could you tell me what you know about this?
This is quite an old letter. Where'd you find it?
It was found in the bishop's room during the inquiry of the Western Church.
I see. It's one of the documents you collected.
This letter mentions my brother, Christoph Caspar, by name. He was executed by the church for allegedly taking part in the tragedy of Duscur. I know you were the one who turned him over. But this letter isn't about that. It's about a plot to assassinate Lady Rhea. If my brother's name is in here, that means this plot predates the tragedy. So there was another plot against Lady Rhea in the past, and my brother was somehow involved. I can tell by your face that you know something. Tell me, Catherine. Please, I deserve to know.
Christoph was a good man. Maybe too good. It wasn't in his nature to mistrust people. So when the Western Church told him that Lady Rhea had to die for the goddess's sake, or the world's, he went along with it.
Just how well did you know my brother?
Christoph and I were friends. We were in the Blue Lion House together at the academy.
If you were friends, why did you hand him over to be executed? There must have been another way.
No. If there was another option, I'd have chosen it. But he was foolish. He went along with the plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. I wasn't motivated by a personal grudge. I had no choice but to turn him in. That much is true.
I can't believe that my brother would try to assassinate Lady Rhea. But if he did, That means the church was lying about his involvement in the tragedy of Duscur, doesn't it?
Lying is a strong word. The world was in chaos, and the church did what it had to. If people had known about the threat to Lady Rhea's life, the panic would only have worsened.
So you're saying everything in this letter is true?
You can choose what to believe. All I know is I let him die, and that's something I can never change. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Catherine, wait! Please!
What's wrong, Ashe? Why are you standing there?
I've been thinking. No matter what I do, Lenato and my brother are never coming back.
Do you hate me?
I don't know. Maybe I do. I know you're an ally I can trust, a knight I can respect. But maybe I do.
Why don't you take a swing at me? I bet that'll make you feel better.
What?
Don't just stand there with that timid look on your face. Come at me!
I don't think that's going to help.
This isn't about avenging the dead. It's about taking revenge for yourself. It's how survivors move on. What will you do, Ashe? You're welcome to stare at your feet for the rest of your life. Ah, that look in your eye. I like it. Come on, put your back into it.
Catherine?
Yes, Ashe?
I don't know what's right anymore. I don't.
Don't be a fool. You decide for yourself what's right and what's wrong. I believe Lady Rhea is right, so I won't allow anyone to bring her harm.
What about a friend? How could you kill a friend to protect her, with no hesitation?
I couldn't. I'll never forget that day. When they took him, all I could do was stand there. I had to persuade myself, saying over and over under my breath, this is the right thing to do. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have been able to stand there. I would have cried out. I'm still persuading myself even now. I probably will be for the rest of my life. If I let myself regret what happened, he will have died for no reason.
Catherine.
Uncertainty is weakness. Someday, Ashe, you'll have to make up your mind. You know who I am. What will you do about it? Wow, you've gotten much better. You're not doubting yourself anymore. It's like your state of mind is completely different. What changed?
Can I tell you honestly?
Please do. Maybe this is a chance to resolve our dispute and move on.
As a knight, an ally, and even as a person, I know I can trust you. But somewhere in my heart, there's a part of me that can't forgive what you did.
Of course. Your brother's blood is on my hands. It wouldn't be easy for anyone in your position to feel forgiving. If someone said it was easy, I would probably give him a smack in the face. You may never be able to forgive me, no matter how hard you try. I'm prepared to accept that. It's my duty.
I admire your spirit, Catherine. Honestly, I do. I hope the part of me that's holding this grudge will get smaller with time. And maybe someday, it'll vanish.
That's rather poetic.
Maybe, but I'm being serious.
Sorry, didn't mean to make light of it.
No, it's all right. We should have talked like this much sooner. I feel like I can finally stop dwelling on the past and start looking forward to the future.
I think meeting you has been good for me, too. Different people have different morals. They won't always agree on what's right and what's wrong. Maybe that's obvious, but it's something I think about when I'm talking to you.
Can I ask something of you? I'd like to get to know you better, Catherine, as a person, and as my friend.
Sure, but I won't do all the talking. It'll be dull if you don't tell me about yourself, too.
Me? It won't be very interesting for you, but okay.
Okay, let's chat over a nice, tasty meal, my treat.
Christoph, Lonato, watch over me, please.
Hurry up or I'll eat all the food!
Coming! What are all these books doing on the floor? Hey, Cyril, what's going on here?
I'm tidying up the library, sweeping the floors, dusting the shelves, restacking the books.
Isn't there a schedule for library cleaning duty? Why are you doing all of this by yourself?
Oh, I'm helping out the kid whose job it is. He says I'm making him look bad, but I'm just happy to help. Besides, some of these books are valuable. Gotta handle them carefully. Not a lot of people get that.
But there are so many. You really think you'll get all this done today?
Easy, there's more stuff to do tomorrow, so the library has gotta get done today.
And I guess you're planning to do all that by yourself too.
Yep.
Come on, it'll be dusk soon. Let me help.
Nah, it's my job and I'm gonna do it.
There is no way one person can shelve all these books before nightfall, Cyril.
Like I said, these books need to be handled real careful. Shouldn't you be doing your own thing anyway? This is my job, and I'm gonna do it because I know Lady Rhea expects it done a certain way.
I can't just stand here and watch. I won't get in your way, all right? I'll handle this shelf, and you take the next one.
Listen, I said I don't need your help.
I promise I'll be careful, okay? Let's just get to it.
Fine. You do over there, I'll do all of this.
Got it.
Hey, Ashe.
Hey there, Cyril. Is something on your mind?
Well, I wanted to thank you for helping me.
Huh? When do you mean?
You know, when you helped me with cleaning up the library?
Oh, right. That was quite a while ago. I'd completely forgotten about it. No need to thank me, though. It was nothing. Do you need help with anything today? I've got some spare time. I really don't mind.
Well, I'd rather take care of the stuff I've been asked to do on my own.
I could give you a hand, though, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could, but I sure would rather you didn't. Me doing those jobs is why I get to stay here, even though I'm an Almiran.
Oh, so it's a status thing. I can understand that. I can get pretty awkward if I ever have to ask a favor from a noble.
Exactly. That's why I don't want anybody's help.
You don't need to feel that way around me, though. I'm just a commoner. I'm only in here thanks to a bit of luck, so really, I'm just the same as you.
I don't know if that's exactly true, but maybe.
Either way, birth and social status don't really matter for us, do they? After all, we're friends, right?
Friends?
Yeah, and when a friend needs you, you've got to help, don't you?
I don't know. I guess I've never been anybody's friend before.
It's easy. If I'm in trouble, you help me out. And if you need something, I help you too.
Huh. Okay. But I've packed up for the day already, so maybe you could help me out next time?
Sure. Whenever you need a hand, just let me know.
Ashe is my friend. And friends help each other out. Yeah, that sounds nice.
No good. I've lost sight of them completely, and those monsters might still be out there. I'd better get back to the monastery before dark.
Ashe! Ashe! I finally found you.
Cyril? What are you doing here? You're awfully far from your post.
I'd heard you'd gone missing, so I started looking for you everywhere. Here, I brought you a map. You can use this to get home later, right?
You came all this way for that? Alone? It's dangerous out here.
Am I being a nuisance?
Well, of course not. This is a big help, actually. You took a serious risk coming out here, though.
But I thought we were friends. That's what you told me, Ashe. You said friends help each other when they're in trouble.
I did say that. You're right. Come on, let's get back to the monastery. I could use your help finding the way.
I know you could. That's why I came out here. Oh no, I just thought about it. I'm gonna be in trouble when I get back, huh?
Maybe. Leaving your post is against orders. But don't worry, I'll take a share of the punishment.
What? Why? You did nothing wrong.
True. We're friends, though, aren't we?
Friends gotta get punished together, too? I don't know about all that.
I wouldn't put it like that. I'd say friends stick together, through good and bad. So, let's split the blame. That's what friends are for.
Wow, so that's what friends are for. Okay then, when you're in trouble next time and you need my help, I'll go with you to get punished.
Good. I hope you remember that, because I think we're going to be friends for a long time.
You betcha. Friends for life, Ashe. That's a promise.
Oh, shopping took longer than I thought. It's a good thing I had your help, Professor. Looks like we've got everything we came for. Time to head back to the monastery. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure if the money that night gave us would be enough. We managed to scrape by, though. I'm glad those shopkeepers were willing to strike a few bargains. It's one of the few things I'm really good at. I've got a lot of experience living in the city. Money was tight for me, too. At least until a kind noble adopted me into his family. Come to think of it, you were originally a mercenary, weren't you? I'm sure you've traveled all over Fodlan. That must have been a pretty different life from regular folks like me. Huh, you think so? But a mercenary's whole job is fighting, isn't it? Must be a pretty tough way to live. I believe you. I can imagine. Oh! I had no idea they sold this book around here. I haven't seen this one for ages. Lug and the Maiden of Wind. It's a well-known tale of chivalry and Fargus. Lug is the King of Lions. This book is full of his exciting adventures. I've loved this since I was a kid. It was what got me learning to read. Give me that book!
Hey, creep! Don't touch the merch! What the? Somebody catch that thief! Cut him in half like my prices!
Please, calm down, ma'am.
You calm down, kid. If he gets away with that valuable merch, it'll be a huge loss for me.
Here, allow me to compensate you.
Huh? Are you serious, kid? I mean, no objections over here, but that sounds crazy.
Don't you worry. That thief will be paying me back just as soon as I catch him. Head on back to the monastery, Professor. I'll take care of everything here. Hey, Professor, did I ever tell you what happened with that thief? You know, the book thief we encountered in town. I went after him, and I did manage to catch up, but... Oh no, I captured him easily. I'm pretty quick on my feet, you know. But I decided not to make him pay for the book. My pockets were pretty empty after that incident, if you want to know the truth. Well, what happened was, when I caught him, I asked him why he stole the book. He said he thought it would fetch a good price and that he really needed the money. He had a sick kid and couldn't pay for medicine. Oh, maybe you're right. But if he really did have a sick child, that would be a matter of life and death. A little money is nothing compared to that. I'd rather believe a lie than risk someone's life if I'm wrong. And to be completely honest, there was a time when I wasn't so different from him. It was a long time ago, and I've put all that behind me now. But yes, I was. My parents died of illness, so I had to provide for my little brother and sister. I did my best to earn money for them legitimately, but I wasn't able to bring home enough. So I turned to thieving. From people on the streets, from shops, even from soldiers. I knew it was wrong, but seeing my brother and sister's smiling faces made me too happy to stop. I really regret that part of my life. I was stupid. But shortly after I turned 9, I crept into a local noble's mansion, aiming to steal whatever I could get my hands on. The noble had all sorts of valuables, but what really caught my eye was a book with a fancy cover. That book was Lugh and the Maiden of Wind. The knight in the illustrations was so impressive I just couldn't tear my eyes away. Well, that was part of it. But certain books are also really valuable, you know. You probably see where this is going. Moments after I grabbed the book, I was caught in the act by the noble. And that noble was none other than Lenato. But Lenato was incredibly kind. Without asking any questions, he gave me the book, and money too. When I told him I couldn't read, he invited me into his mansion, along with my brother and sister. He taught me how to read, personally. So, with the thief I caught in town, I was trying to do the same thing, to be like Lenato. I want to make up for the bad things I've done, to leave this world better than I found it. That's why, even if it wasn't easy on my pockets, I'm proud to say I helped him. I know what you're trying to say. My contribution probably won't change much. And it's not like I have the money to help everyone who's suffering from poverty. Even so, I can't bear to stand by and do nothing. What else could I have done, Professor? Oh, hey, Professor. Actually, I ran into that thief while I was shopping just now. Maybe you don't remember, it's been quite a while. The man who stole the book from that market stall. I saw him on the street with his kid. They were both so grateful. It's a really nice feeling. Yeah, but it did seem like they were still having trouble getting by. I guess what you said to me back then was right. My actions didn't really solve the problem. I can't help everyone no matter how much I try. If I had the money or power, maybe, but I don't. You know, a long time ago, Lenato said nearly the same thing to me. I think it was when I tried to look after the horses all on my own. I really messed that up. He said, "You're not quite ready for this yet, but there's no need to rush." I know I can't help very many people right now, but I think doing what I can for those I see in front of me is still worthwhile. I have to believe that, at least. Thanks. That's reassuring to hear. What about you, Professor? Has anything been troubling you lately? I'd be happy to help, as long as it's not looking after horses. You might not want to trust me with that. I genuinely enjoy helping people. It's a great feeling making someone smile. So if there's anything I can do for you, I want to do it, because I care about you. I didn't mean it in a romantic way. I just really look up to you. So what'll it be? How can I help? I'm happy to, if that's what you'd like. Professor, so this is where you went off to. You've been working so hard. You deserve a break. Is there any way I can lighten the load? Maybe, but I'm sure there's more I could do. You need all the rest you can get. It's only going to get more hectic from here. Even I'm tired and I haven't done nearly as much. It's been a long struggle. Yeah. So many people have died, and far too many of them were civilians. But with the state we're in now, it might actually be the survivors who have it the hardest. I want to help them, like Lenato helped me. And now that I'm a knight, I feel like I actually can. Definitely. When I'm by your side, I'm full of hope for the future. And on that note, there's something I've been meaning to give you. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. I want to be there for every important moment, every smile, every hardship. I know I'm just a commoner and nothing special. I know I don't have a crest or a prestigious family legacy, and I've done things I'm not proud of. But if you'd be willing to look past all that, I also know we'd be great together. Yes, sorry, I'm struggling for the right words. It's funny, I've rehearsed this so many times. But when the moment actually came, it all just ran right out of my head. What I mean to say is, I love you, and I want to marry you. You have a ring for me too? Am I dreaming? You really feel the same way about me. Sorry, I'm kind of giddy. This doesn't feel real. To go from a life of stealing on the streets to marrying a wonderful person like you. Am I even allowed to be this happy? I'm worried it could all come crashing down at any moment. Even so, as long as we're together, I think I can handle just about anything. I'm looking forward to our future. I know I have my shortcomings, but I promise you, I'll do everything I can to make you happy.